Good morning. This is Damion with HK Readings, Healing Culture Readings. I'm really inspired today to do my first video. I'm really excited that it's Scorpio season. Death and new beginnings, personally for me. So to start with a Scorpio reading from November 16th through the 30th, next 2 weeks, feels appropriate for my energy. 'Tis the season, and yeah, that's where we're going to start. So if you're Scorpio, if you have Scorpio anywhere in your chart, in the areas of Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, this video may be for you. Any cross watchers are, of course, welcome. I'm going to be reading with a Gypsy Oracle deck and clarifying with Goddess Guidance deck. So, I think we should go ahead and get into this. Interesting. Okay. Well, upon shuffling here, the card that was ready to pop out was the wedding card. Just to give an idea of what this card is about, it's a beautiful sunny day and you have two being wed outside of a lovely cathedral. This card can signify unions, bonds, commitment, commitment where there wasn't any actually. It could also signify third-party energy if we are talking about love, so we will clarify. But generally, this is a card of commitment and coming into a strengthening of something. So Scorpios, we are going to go with that energy. The Sweetheart card. And I'm going to go ahead and pull two more before any further readings into these cards. Faithfulness. I'll tell you, out of the many readings that I have done of late, this is very beautiful. One of the most in recent times. Despair reversed. So what I'm seeing here is the universal energy, the karma that's coming about to you, particularly in regards to love, is that of taking things to the next level, building a union, learning lessons, and moving forward. But this is a proposal. Either a proposal has just taken place or will soon, because with the Sweetheart card here, now it generally does represent the female seeker. This is just a feminine energy, as we know. The cards have no gender, so this could take on any gender. But she's reading a note. She's out in her garden with a lovely gown on, and there was a letter that was written to her, and she's reading it. She has somewhat of a smile on her face, but mostly it's of intrigue, of surprise. Not 100% surprise. Let's just say she knows the suitor very well. But there's such a coming forth of passion and energy behind it. So you guys should be looking out for a proposal coming your way. If it It's not for marriage itself. Say you are a single Scorpio, it could be someone who is bringing desires of love with you and building a union. And you know, actually, to me, this could be someone new, a big surprise. And it's interesting when I see this faithfulness card here. It could go the way of someone who has been there for a significant amount of time in your life. Clearly, you know, who has been tried and true. She'll, you know, stick by you, plans to stick by you in a romantic situation and make an offering or a commitment to you. But I see this as being someone who is charging in with a sense of loyalty to you, like a twin flame connection, you know, a soulmate connection. They tend to come in just to teach us lessons, and you know, it could manifest into something it couldn't necessarily be the chance. But either way, whether it is or it isn't, what I notice with twin flames is it has this type of energy where there's more of a sense of staying, but there's a fear. Now, see, with the despair card reversed, it really does signify. And this card, when it does come out, it does represent the energy of the reading, the person of the reading, the energies of the reading. So if I'm reading for Scorpios, this is likely you here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. There's a lot of attachment to the past and old ideals in a negative light. It essentially represents the inability at one point or another, in what I see as indecision, the inability to take what you know to be promising and beautiful, accept it for what it is, but furthermore treat it for what it is and how it should be treated. There's a level of doubt in your ability to come correct to an offering so strong, something that you've already seen manifesting, maybe not with this person, but love you manifested, you know. And the energies of manifestation are very high, and they always are for Scorpios, you know. Water signs. What I can see here already is someone who has come a long way, and I can tell that because of what the other energy is feeling about you and seeing in you. It is showing a sense of foundation and security. It is showing a sense of elegance and class and taste and love. It is showing protection and faithfulness. It's as if these are the qualities that you give. These are the qualities that are you. And what we are and what we give is what we attract. And though thoughts and emotions may affect that, the universe still recognizes what you've put out. So here it is. So the biggest challenge is coming out of that sense of emotional despair, where everything around him is wonderful. And in this card, like, it truly is something for everything around him to be wonderful, even though these are material things. You know, it still does mean something. Beautiful home, lovely red chair, representing passion, representing fiery energy, lovely suit. All of the things that he's worked for you also see a neglect in dealing with emotional issues. It's almost as if there's been a substitution in your life recently for just focusing on other things. And that's great, but you have to watch how you focus on other things. Is it in a productive manner? You know? Or is it just you always having some negative nagging energy possibly in the back of your mind where it dictates everything you do, kind of like just moving recklessly, almost as if it's the difference of I'm going to go do me opposed to I'm going to go work on me. So beautiful thing is, if there was any other time for you to work on yourself, it could be with someone, as many people would desire. So that is a gift. Now, one thing I can say is, as Mercury has entered retrograde, you know, post Venus transiting direct, it puts everything back in place that the universe has had set up for you and your love sector of life. But what I'm sensing is this is really going to be a test of communicating your feelings to yourself and to this person that you potentially accept this offer from to heal. Because it's literally going from one thing to another that is very deeply rooted. That hits home so deeply. To the point where you've come a long way and made it so far to attract this and have the Wheel of Fortune come back and really play in your favor, or not really come back, but just wait for it to fully tilt into your favor. But the fight isn't necessarily over yet, and I don't think that you should be discouraged, Scorpios, whatsoever. So I do have 2 cards that want to come out here. Waiting upright, and frivolity in reverse. No, I get it. I get it. Let me tell you one thing. First things first, with the waiting card, whatever you are on edge about as far as what you are manifesting, what you are desiring to manifest, what you feel like has not come for you yet, let me tell you, it's on the way. With this card, the significance is that these things are so near. So near. And one of the things that you're desiring is something that is stable and that is fun. And you have not had a lot of fun and things have been very fickle in your life. But remember, it was only a reflection, like these things that come into our lives are a reflection of the things that we're lacking at those moments in our lives as well. So what you're waiting for to come in is here or already coming. You know, you may have to just open your eyes. And you've attracted that because of where you are now. Or you are attracting that because of where you are now. There's no need to look back. There's no need to look back to the person that you are no longer, Scorpio. Death and transformation, it is your your season. It is your time. You are doing it. But see, when you look back, you're comparing an old self and old times and old attractions. Okay? Give me some messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Imperative for them to know. From the time of November 16th, 2018 until November 30th, 2018. Give me a message for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Sorrows reversed. Sorrows reversed. And let me get a clarifying card for sorrows reversed. And let's show this card here. Sorrows reversed. Okay. Clarified by the surprise card. So let me tell you, again, you are feeling some type of way right now. And actually, I would go as far as to say that it was a wave of sadness. A wave of sadness that just hit you like you didn't even know what happened. You might have been having like a really good day. A really good day, okay? And within the past 2, 3, 4 days, it just hit you like a ton of bricks. A feeling of what in the hell am I doing? What in the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I really moving in the direction that I want to move in? Why do I feel so riled? Why do I feel so angry? Why do I feel so sad? Well, you're purging. Well, you're purging. And you need to purge healthily. Okay? Because with the surprise card clarifying the sorrow, I'm telling you, you're in for a big win. If you look at the man in this card, he went fishing and he caught a bag of money. It says not 16000, 6,000. We're gonna call them dollars because 6,000. It's a lot, and he just came across a pretty penny here. It's not like the consolation card where you're getting a small sum, a small win, a small gain, some form. Like you're really reeling something in here that you did not see coming. Okay? Now with this, and as the surprise card generally does pertain to money, I'm seeing that maybe you have been struggling over finances. Or not struggling over finances, but worrying over finances. There was potentially a loss that came about. Some of you may have had some unexpected bills to pay to help someone move. I'm seeing that, but I see a recovering tenfold. I see you coming into let's see. Okay. Some of you may, yes, this is house, because I was feeling that some of you may be getting a promotion here of some sorts. And as I pull the house card upright, we're going to get to this enemy in a second. As I look at the house card upright, dare I say that the financial comeuppance, that the financial gain that you may come into, Scorpio, is, okay, that's a terrible Southern Louisiana accent. But dare I say that what you may be coming into here, as as a financial thing, let's just blow that up, because we may be talking about wealth here. We may be talking about, I mean, like, I really see a joining of assets. See what I'm saying here? We've got wedding. We've got sweetheart. Faithfulness, long-term commitment, enduring. And then surprise and house. So what I'm feeling here is that the consolation, like, okay, look, there, to a summation of your problems. If you're worried about love and you're also worried about your financial security and your home and your money, let me tell you that all of this is coming together for you. And one blessing, because this other aspect of your life here that you're worried about with the Sorrow card reversed, and then that being clarified by you coming into security, well, coming into money. Let's start slow. Coming into money, coming into some sort of gain, anything that money can translate into that gives you that sensation of being more rich. But then, you know, I really do go into, say, getting a new home even, and moving in with this person that is offering you commitment and love and marriage. And these are things that you've been waiting for. Someone to really start your life with, because this is going to be until the, you know, for the rest of your life. I see you really coming into a period of reevaluating what you really thought you had to bring to the table. Like, you were starting to see, remember, and realign with the fact that y'all are bad bitches. And excuse my French, and it's to the Scorpio men and women. And to my badass dudes. There we go for my dudes, you know? Because what I see manifested here is literally building a new home. And look at this house. It is 3 stories. Look at how far back it goes. Okay? Look at the molding. Look at all of the windows. Look at the land around it. Beautiful wraparound drive, and you don't have any neighbors. This is not your ordinary house. Okay, just wanted to point that out. This is something fabulous being built here, and I feel as though it's going to really enhance your career. It's, you know, like it's really going to touch every aspect of your life. This new partnership. Almost like, in a way, if you can stay with me on this, I don't know. It's I have weird analogies sometimes, but kind of like those old marriages where people didn't necessarily marry for love, but for the empire that they were building. Well, in this case, I see the love and the empire. As far as money, romance, security, and that's, you know, external security and internal security. Healing insecurity is definitely through the loyalty and the faithfulness, through the affirmations that are given. Now, you are still in the in the wings or the tail ends, some of you Scorpios, of, you know, still getting over past karmatic traumas. Is it karmic? Chromatic? I'm gonna go with chromatic because it sounds dramatic. I do believe it's karmic though. Good morning from Houston, Texas. Yeah, you're still healing. And to go ahead and get onto this enemy card, fear, self-doubt. Remember, you measure up to all of this, and don't be your own biggest enemy, okay? Don't be your own biggest enemy, because that also is a card of self. So this is also a card of the energy of whoever I'm reading for, and in this case, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, along with the Despair card. These are internal, these are cards. Would you believe that the guy he's following is himself? Yeah. No joke, no joke, no joke. Okay. So the first goddess guidance card we have is Cordelia. Go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. So go ahead and take to nature. Not only do you need to take to nature, but this is telling you to clear your mind. And going outside is one of the things that will clear your mind and clear your soul. When you clear your mind, because when you have cards like despair and enemy, when you partake in activities like connecting with the universe, to go outside, to earth, to go to a river, lake, or fountain, to go feed ducks, to meditate, to do yoga, whatever it may be. I'm just naming a few things. You clear your mind of energies that block your blessings because your thoughts are provocations for what you will eventually get. And that's just all there is to it. So there needs to be a cleansing of the mind. And then from there, you'll be able to allow the heart to flow freely. Okay? You see how much the heart and the mind are truly connected. Because we have these waters that flow from the bottom of Cordelia's hair. And that is symbolic of the flow of emotions. After freeing the mind, and it transitions down into the heart, and that river flows. You see where the moon is. The moon is on what I call the first eye, not the third eye, the all-seeing eye, if you will. That's where it is. It is showing you where the emotional blockages lie. And it is very tied into the mind. I see energy of you, you've been hermiting to a certain degree, and that's good. But again, how we talked about the constructive ways in which you go about an action. So if you've been hermiting, have you been connecting with nature? Have you really been freeing your mind? Or have you been hermiting and maybe festering or just not dealing with things? Maybe a little sedation, maybe some sex, you know? Maybe a lot of movies, a lot of food. You know, we have many ways to indulge, don't we? We really do. And sometimes it works because for certain situations, what we do need is just to block this thing out of my mind, and then I'm okay. But then there are situations that are bigger. Whereas, even though those situations are bigger, the solutions can still be just as simple, like taking action to just reconnect with nature. Because a clearing of the mind is what you need, and that will really, really set your heart free. Because the enemy card is fear, doubt. It's associated, of course, with the root chakra, but it still is very mental. As far as how it conflicts with what the rest of your body knows. Too many cards fell out. But how it conflicts with what the rest of your body knows. And, you know, the things that you tell yourself because of the root chakra blockages, or the things that you tell yourself because so on and so forth. Alright, so, Pele. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your true heart's desire? So, as we move forward, as you move forward with your loved ones and, you know, universal conscious energy, what you're really going to be paying attention to is exactly what is making your heart beat. And that is, in part, what will manifest if you choose these particular, precise blessings that come together and construct a puzzle that I see you've been asking for. Because this is only your heart's true desire if you're ready for it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, in this moment, are you like, yeah, I'm down? And that is your heart's true desire to begin manifesting whatever it is, because you will always manifest your heart's true desire. So make sure it's not a concept of what you want, but what you are telling yourself it is, even if you don't necessarily feel that way. I mean, this, she's dancing, you know, amongst a volcano. The beautiful embers that seem to turn into stars as they fall, shooting stars. Dancing in the nude. Like, are you gonna be happy? Are you gonna choose happiness, really? Also is the thing. Now, yes, you will. Yes, this is where you're on your way to. Go ahead and answer that for you. December is going to be abundant. But you just gotta do a little bit first. Here. And, get rid of some mental, psycho-emotional blockages. And I'm gonna pull 2 more of these here. Unless Spirit has me stop at 1. We will see what a beautiful summation looks like for Scorpios in just a moment. Bam, medicine woman, Ishe, you're a channel for divine healing power. So, this talks about not only the energy that you have to heal, as you've known all of your life. This is something that you've known all of your life. This is something deeply connected to your spirit. You've always known that you are a divine channel for healing. But as everything has its 2 sides, its yin and its yang, pay attention to your body and healing your body. A lot of mental, emotional, psycho-emotional imbalances take physical effects on us. So freeing your mind is a form of medicine to not contract. Whether it be tumor, whether it be any type of nervous system issue, I don't know anything. Because overthought on the negative causes a lot of stress, and stress will do anything to your body, all in the form of deterioration or just making things problematic, period. Okay, so we pay attention to our mental state and the physical manifestations that it brings. And, you know, if we must heal our chakras, which I say we all should, truly beneficial. Balance yourself that way. Align yourself that way. Get your stones. Get your crystals. Get your happy place. Go outside. Heal yourself and bring about your divine passion. Like, that's a routine right then and there. That brings it all in. And, there's lightning in the image of each shell. She's calling upon the storms of change, okay? It's relative to the energy of Oya, who presides over the cemetery and gives the passage for transition after death. In the storms, who brings the immense rains that perceivably causes so much destruction, but is rebuilding and sustaining life. Rebuilding and sustaining, causing death and rebirth and nourishing with the waters. And it's also given out, these storms of what shall live through. For it was not their time, and it's not your time to be anything other than well, happy, successful. It's definitely not your time to die, it's your time to be reborn. And the last card I have here, I'm leap of faith. Take a risk and put your true heart's desire into action. So you've got your 2 cards here about your true heart's desire. And in the Gypsy Oracle deck, we've got cards of true heart's desire. And we know what you must do to reach your true heart's desire. So Scorpio, here's your video. Is this your true heart's desire?